Hello everybody, this is White Wolf and we're going to be talking about rising above the guilt trip. We've all been guilt tripped a lot of our lives. We've all been assumed and undersold, underwritten, underestimated our entire lifetimes, and we have this image of what we think we should be, that we're not measuring up, that we're not here yet, that we're not where we're supposed to be, when that means you're absolutely where you're supposed to be in life. And a lot of the times in our life, in our families, and stuff like that, they try to project a lot of the stuff that we are not. They're always assuming something that we are not. And we assume ourselves that we're something that we're not, when we're actually just a non-physical essence of God's source energy. We're just a love letter to consciousness. We're just an extension of source energy. And letting go of the guilt trip and the judgment and the condemnation and the hatred and the bigotry that's in this world right here, right now, the only way to do that is to rise above the guilt trip, to rise above people speaking down to you, people trying to manipulate you, people trying to deceive you, and to go your own way and to sever the ties and the cords that are binding you to these people, places, and things. It could be your hometown. It could be, your family. It could be anything. It could be your friends. It could be so many different things. So when you allow yourself to sever the cords that are binding you to your limitations, to lack, to not living an abundant life, you allow yourself to see through the illusion that you are your own being, you are free will, and you're here to be free, and you're here to be joyous, and you're here to live an abundant life. So the very fact that you showed up to your life, and the very fact that you show up to your life as if you're meant to be there, because it is your spiritual alignment above everything else, and to not give in to the guilt trip, to not give in to the negative chatter, and to also disregard the perception people think they have about you, or the world for that matter. Your perception on your life is your perception. You have to live by your preferences, and also you have to live by your divine expression. So that was my opening for this live. Hope the internet connection is good. Let me know if the internet connection is good. Also book private sessions with me. This is White Wolf. Welcome to the live. I love your roses that you're sending, and also the likes and the shares. But I've had a lot of people online give me a lot of negative chatter. They've commented on my videos, and they've come at me with a religious spirit that I used to have, and getting rid of that controlling, manipulating, deceiving spirit where it allows you to not be free. It doesn't allow you to explore yourself. You should explore relationships. You should explore twin flame relationships and find your soulmates, and also experience the law of attraction and also the law of assumption. When you allow yourself to explore spirituality, if you want to channel beings, start channeling archangels and extraterrestrials and things of that nature. I saw a guy online named Ty Kinesis. Give him a shout out and go to his page, Ty Kinesis. He was doing telekinesis online and showing it to everybody. So don't be afraid to be yourself. Be comfortable in your divine skin. Be comfortable with who you are, because people are going to see that you're a bridge to other hearts and minds, and that you're the beacon of light, and you're a love letter to consciousness, and you're going to allow people to come together and come into unity so that they're able to have this acceptance beyond their own personal biases. So when you allow people to be loving, when you allow people to be accepting, when you allow yourself to do that, you allow yourself to love yourself, and then you allow yourself to take care of yourself, and then you start thinking for yourself and start acting for yourself, instead of how most humans go about the human experience. They don't have the ability to act for themselves. And I'm not saying to just follow what I say, or follow what a guru says, or follow what your teacher says, but follow your heart. Follow what you say, what you proclaim, how you own it, and how you wear it, and how you walk into the sun with your head held high and your shoulders bent back, and knowing that you're loved unconditionally. Let me know if the live feed is still good. I do sometimes have internet problems, but I don't think I have any. Also, feel free to share this out, book private sessions as well, and also go to my other channels, YouTube channel White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram White Wolf 4741, BitChute White Wolf the Oracle 23_@. And the reason why for this live is because I went to the woods today and I was clearing a lot of energy and different belief systems, and also just excess stuff from my past, from a person who would guilt trip, a person who was a put down artist, and also a person who is very much an egotist and someone who influenced me very negatively in my life. And I'm not going to name names, and I'm not going to talk about the position, but we do have that in life, and we have it within our programming, and we have to deprogram ourselves, and we have to get plugged in, and we have to allow ourselves to see that there's another way, that there's another perspective, that there's another vantage point to see from, to where we are able to heal, to where we're here to find our worthiness. And we're also here to sometimes to go on the path alone, and also take the road that's been less traveled. And when we are allowing ourselves to do that, we're allowing ourselves to debunk fear. We're allowing ourselves to dissolve all of the problems and bring about a resolution. So then the love revolution happens, and then there's universal love. And what I mean by universal love, because love can be interpreted many different ways. But universal love means that it transcends everything. It allows you to get to the heart of the matter instead of beating around the bush. And I know I'm saying things very general, but when I channel, and I'm channeling my higher self, I say things that have meaning in a very simplistic sense, but also in a sense where it is very cryptic. So I do talk very cryptically, and I do say stuff to where you think about it and you're like, oh, that really resonated. So really, when we're rising above the guilt trip, we're really tapping into a higher frequency, and we're accessing higher knowledge, and we're allowing ourselves to live by a realm where we're able to create in a greater way with love, with unconditionality, and we're not really feeling the physical focus, but we're understanding that we're in a matrix, that we're here to create our own matrix, and we're here to create our own circumstances, experiences. And sometimes people will try to, and also the world will try to impose on your will because of things that happened in the past, circumstances that happened in the past, things that happened with your friends, an argument or something like that. But this is when you forgive. This is when you let go. This is when you just move on. This is where you just move ahead of it and get past it and learn the catalyst and get past the lesson, so that you transcend it and you're able to see that it made you stronger, it made you whole, it made you more in sync with who you really are. So if you're coming into this live, there will be a healing meditation as well. So if you're a part of this live feed, stay tuned. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. 600 likes. Thank you so much. I love getting on here. I love inspiring people. I love going live and interacting with you guys, because sometimes I get these messages and it's kind of off the cuff and it's just there in the moment. So when I have it, I don't want to lose it. And it was funny because there's a guy, David Goggins, he'll wake his wife up in the morning. He's a Navy SEAL. He'll wake his wife up in the morning at 3 a.m. and like run, and like I have stuff to say. So sometimes I'm like that when I'm spontaneous with these lives. And it's just like, when you're led to do something, follow your calling. When you're feeling drawn to something, or you're seeing that there's a creative source behind it, when you're seeing that maybe it can be more of an abundance, maybe you want to buy like a soccer team and then sell that soccer team, and then it makes you more money. And so you're seeing like, okay, how can this spawn from something else? So it's like one decision that you can make to rise above the guilt trip, because you can guilt trip yourself into not acting on something. And sometimes we're against ourselves. Sometimes we're really against who we are. And sometimes we've had people, places, and things try to dictate who we are. It could be even a controlling relationship that you have with your spouse, or your ex-husband or ex-wife. It could be something like that. So it's not just one thing, but it's very multifaceted. And I wanted to talk about this because I didn't feel good like most of the day, but at 10 o'clock at night, I felt like something changed, and I felt like I was here, but then I turned and I was here. So it's like sometimes during the day, you won't feel good, but sometimes at night you feel more alive, and sometimes maybe you're a morning person. It just all depends on the day, and it all depends on you. There are successful people that work in the morning, and then there's successful people who work at night. So you just have to find out what kind of person you are. So it's like you have to generate comfort in the midst of the unworthiness or the struggle or the challenge or the process that it takes to get there. And some things are worth the wait. You know, I remember early on in my spiritual journey, like 3 years ago, before I met my girlfriend and she helped me get on the path, I remember I wanted it like so fast. I wanted it almost too fast to where I probably wouldn't have been able to handle it. And sometimes it's like, okay, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait to be here now. It's worth the wait to see what's going to happen in the future. And it's worth the wait to be in the present. So I'm really not waiting. So I guess it's like changing your perspective on like, are you really waiting? Are you really waiting on the blessing, or are you already blessed? Are you already of love? Are you already past the guilt trip? And what I mean by guilt trip is really like, it's really just the synchronization of your energy and like finding different energy combinations and finding your different archetypes that work within the way that you are progressing. Because you're a progressive energy, because you're an individuated creation, but you're a progressive energy. So you keep progressing, and just having that consistency and having that relevancy is weeding out all the stuff that doesn't matter. Because when we try to stay relevant, when we try to stay in the now, in the present, we don't allow ourselves to be in two worlds. We don't allow ourselves to have 2 feet in 2 separate boats and we're doing a split. So we can be in one boat and we can be completely safe, but sometimes we try to do this split in 2 boats. So what that means, and yeah, you could do a Van Damme, you could do a Jean-Claude Van Damme and do the splits if you want to, but it's not very ideal unless you really know how to do that. I know, all jokes aside, but it's like, it's finding that you can be in the same boat. You can be in this realm. You can be in your creation. So if it's like, if you're really into telekinesis, do that. You know, if you're really into levitation, do that. I'm more interested in doing my meditations and also creating a reality and also being able to be of service to people. That's what I'm interested in. But maybe someone else is not interested in that as much as me. So, and then you find your interests and you find a way not to guilt trip yourself and also trip over yourself and also not allow your life to be a constant 5 feet back instead of 10 quantum leaps forward. And sometimes in life we do this, but it's all part of the process. But sometimes it's kind of like allowing yourself to like, okay, I don't have to react to this like that. I don't have to go about it like that. I don't have to feel bad about this. I don't have to give my power to that. I don't have to listen to this person. And very early on, when I had negative chatter from family members, friends, coworkers, and things of that nature, it gave me fuel and a lit a fire under my ass to absolutely do this more and to keep posting content. Because what you're doing is that you're allowing people within this universe to kind of see past something. They're seeing past their own way. They're not allowing themselves to be open to spirituality because it's not for them at that time. So you're allowing people to receive in a way that you don't even understand. So every time that we do something as a light worker, or we speak upon something, or we give a meditation, or when we're meditating ourselves, we don't realize what our soul's doing because our soul is infinite and it's up 24 hours and 1,000,000 years and simultaneous. So our soul is very simultaneous and it's everywhere all at once, all in one synchronized energy. So it's just allowing yourself to like, okay, everything's in place, everything is fine, And I don't have to be this anymore. I don't have to breathe this energy anymore. I don't have to be this person anymore. I don't have to rehearse this anymore. I can find a new routine. I can find a new way to be. And I can find a new way to roll the dice and see where it lands every day, because every day is a good day and every day is a victory. And I'm not saying just to think happy thoughts and to think positive and to think this and that, but it's just like, be happy that you're alive and know that every day is redemption, that every day is a learning curve, but also every day is just a way to find out if you're the author of your story, if you're the actor of your life. And the scene is in place, you know the lines, you know the direction of the movie, and it's just fine-tuning how to get this movie edited and put out and where it looks beautiful on the big screen. So it's like you can have a projector screen and you can project whatever you want to it. You can project whatever you want into that projector screen, and that is like your painting. So if you just see that your painting is there, and you can splash whatever paint you want there, and it will be created and reciprocated. So let me know if the live feed is still good, everybody. Thank you all for being a part of this live feed, even if it's just one person, but a lot of people will watch on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube and you don't understand why I'm seeing people's comments and things of that nature, I'm doing this live off TikTok. So let me know if the internet connection is good, and I will check in with my guides to see if they want me to say anything else, and we'll also do a healing meditation as well. So we're following our soul journey, which is our soul love, which is our soul craft, and we're meditating to set a new telepathic kinetic energy, and we're allowing ourselves to set a telepathic intention. So we're using our telepathy at all times of the day. So we're able to connect with the facets of the universe through that third eye. And we're allowing ourselves to manifest with Metatron's cube, because we're creating in a realm that's more of a masculine and feminine nature. So we're able to channel that wisdom, that love, that glory, and that essence of source energy. So let me know if the live feed is good, and I think that was what I needed to say. I'm going to do a healing meditation as well, so take part in this meditation. Also leave a comment in the comment section if the live feed is good, if the internet connection is good. Also book a private session with me, $70 for 1 hour, and also YouTube White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram White Wolf 4741, Bishu White Wolf the Oracle 23_@symbol. So we're going to start the meditation. You can focus on an object. You can lay down. You can also just dance if you want to. You can be yourself when you're in this meditation. So there's no regulation, there's no rules, but just follow the flow of energy that is present. Everybody take a deep breath. Exhale. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Take a deep breath. And exhale. And as we're using our telepathy, we're tapping into higher frequencies, and we're also tapping into different realms. And we're all connecting to our ancient extraterrestrial bloodlines. And we're also connecting in with the Galactic Federation of Light, and also Ashgar Command. And I want you all to receive a third eye activation from the Apostle Paul. So he has a hand above your head, and he's giving you a third eye activation. And we're going to ground into deep middle Mother Gaia Earth. So we're going to tap in with the tree people, because the tree people allow us to tap into nature's frequencies, but they also allow us to use the power of the I am. So they're giving us an affirmation, the power of I am. When you say I am blessed, you have made a declaration, you have claimed it, and you have owned it, and you have approved it, and you know that you're safe and secure. So that is the power of I am. The tree people also allow us to remember that we were some of these beings in other lifetimes. Also, they allow us to ground. They allow us to be consistent, to be relevant, to be persistent, but also to be as calm as the breeze, but to be solid, but not solid in a physical object, but to be solid spiritually. So they allow us to be a spiritual house. So we're going to ground with the tree people. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1 and 2, and you'll see a being that is called Groot, and he says, I am Groot. And that being is really real, and they are very helpful, and they're very playful, but they also don't speak a lot, because they use the affirmation that I just said, I am, and then they call themselves by their name. So they don't speak a lot, but they'll say, I am this, or I am that. And Jesus is going to give us a heart activation to give us more unconditional love, to help us with our psychic abilities, and to also give us a renewed heart to put on a silver platter and to allow the metaphysical surgeons to help us, to lift us from the guilt trip, the condemnation, the judgment, the hatred, the bigotry that is on this earth plane. So allows us to activate the third eye with the heart. And then we're going to have Metatron download the cube in our solar plex chakra. So this is another metaphor or analogy for the armor of God. So Archangel Michael is going to give us the cloak of power and the sword of spirit and the helm of salvation and the breastplate of righteousness and the belt of truth. So we have Metatron's cube being downloaded as well. So we have angels, we have Jesus and the Apostle Paul with us. And then Grandmother and the tribal women are also coming in with the sealing meditation, and there is a chant going, and there's a drum circle, and they're just conducting a ceremony where they're dancing, they're singing. So if you can listen in to their chants, do that if it bless you. Take what resonates and what doesn't resonate. Know that you are unconditionally loved. Know that they are proud of you. Know that you can give yourself a spiritual hug. Give yourself a pat on the back. And be proud of who you are. And to be innovative in the way that you have transcended the human conditioning. Let go of the guilt trip. Let go of what is holding you back. Let go of having to be a person. But to be comfortable with being you. I think that's what's beautiful. And also when we're meditating here, we're not just focusing on not thinking. But we're focusing on intention, manifestation, and a way to be more of abundance and a genuine source of love, a genuine source of care, so that we allow ourselves to be service to others. But also at the same time, you can be of service to yourself, because you have to take care of yourself in order to take care of another person. So there's a balancing, and there's also necklaces being brought to you guys. And it's like a medallion, and a lot of them are yellow, some of them are purple, some of them are red, ruby red. And they're being given to you by the goddess Kuan Yin. And also her pink dragons are going to help us clear a lot of karma. So allow Kuan Yin to come in and her pink dragons to get rid of criticism and also gloating. It's okay to be confident. It's okay to be happy about yourself. But when we use it as a way to be a put-down artist, then it's not loving, it's not being wholesome, and it's not being fair, and it's not being a being of service when we're doing that. So excessive criticism of yourself and also of other people, and also getting rid of braggadociousness and gloating. So, and this is the last thing that I'll say for this wonderful transmission, this healing meditation, is that the power of letting go, the power of allowance, the power of patience, and the power of confidence will give you the power to use your love, your discernment, to bridge the gap of what is possible. And all of you are the power of I am. And I am because you are, and you are because I am. Everybody take one last deep breath. And so it is. Thank you all so much for being a part of that. And thank you for staying on. And also, let me know if the live feed is good. There has not been a person that's let me know in the comment section. So let me know if the live feed was good. Also, book private sessions as well for $70 for 1 hour for meditations like that. And also readings, healings, activations, codes, downloads. And go to my YouTube channel, whitewolftheoracle, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute, whitewolftheoracle, 23_@ So thank you guys for being a part of that meditation. So thank you for letting me get that comment. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes. I got 1,000 likes. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just wanted to get on here because this is where I felt the best all day. I didn't start feeling good until just like an hour ago or 2 hours ago. And yeah, I just wanted to inspire you guys. I wanted to speak faith into your life. And also, I just wanted to do that meditation for you guys to just reach people, and also just to come from my own experience and channel my own experience. And also, by channeling my higher self, I'm trying to be the God that I was meant to be, and to help other people be the God that they were meant to be. So I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this live. I love you guys. And also, feel free to share out. Feel free to donate. And also book private sessions. Just know that you can get a reading, healing, activation, meditation. Also, just for $70. That's my price for a while now. And also YouTube, White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute, White Wolf the Oracle 23_ @ So thank you guys so much. And until next time, God bless, namaste. And at the end of the day, just go with your heart, go with your gut, and just follow what the divine wants to do with you, because what they want to do with you is beautiful. And what's at the other side of all the other stuff is beauty, matrimony, and grace and anointing. So thank you, God bless, and namaste.